Have you ever wondered if the story of Noah's Ark is based on real events? Or is it a parable meant to convey moral lessons? This question has been contemplated by philosophers, scientists, and believers alike for centuries. The tale of Noah's Ark, as presented in religious texts, tells of a divine flood, a chosen family, and a vessel filled with pairs of animals from across the world, saved from the deluge to repopulate the earth. It's a narrative that has sparked curiosity and debate, stirring the minds of those who seek to unravel its mysteries. Could such an event truly have happened? Or is the story a metaphorical vehicle designed to transmit timeless moral lessons about obedience, faith, and divine judgment? Today we will delve into the depths of this age-old story, exploring it from various perspectives. So, buckle up for a thought-provoking journey as we navigate the waters of Noah's Ark. The tale of Noah's Ark is a fascinating narrative from the Bible. It's a story of divine intervention, a cataclysmic flood, and the rebirth of life on earth. As the account goes, God, seeing the wickedness of mankind, decides to cleanse the earth with a devastating flood. But in the midst of the impending doom, one righteous man named Noah finds favor in God's eyes. God instructs Noah to build an enormous vessel, an ark, with very specific dimensions, 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. That's approximately 1.5 football fields in length, half a football field in width, and about 4 stories in height. Quite a colossal structure, wouldn't you say? But the ark isn't just for Noah and his family. God commands Noah to bring into the ark 2 of every kind of living creature, male and female, to keep them alive during the flood. From the tiniest insects to the largest land mammals, they all find a place in Noah's Ark. As the heavens open and the waters rise, the ark becomes a sanctuary, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. For 40 days and 40 nights, the floodwaters cover the earth, wiping out every living thing that moves on the ground. But those on the ark survive, floating on the vast expanse of water. When the waters finally recede, God makes a covenant with Noah and all future generations. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. As a sign of this covenant, God sets a rainbow in the sky, a symbol of promise and hope. This is the story of Noah's Ark as told in the Bible. A tale of destruction and renewal, divine judgment and mercy, and most importantly, a story of hope. But could such a feat be possible? Let's delve into the scientific perspective. From a scientific viewpoint, several questions arise. Let's start with the ark itself. The Bible describes the ark as a colossal structure, 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high. Translated into modern measurements, that's roughly 1.5 football fields long and 4 stories high. Could such a vessel, made of gopher wood and sealed with pitch, float without capsizing? Maritime engineering suggests that it's theoretically possible. However, the ark's seaworthiness would greatly depend on factors such as the quality of construction, the distribution of weight, and the severity of the floodwater's turbulence. The next question pertains to the ark's passengers. The Bible tells us that Noah brought pairs of all animal species on board. But how many species are we talking about? Today, scientists estimate that there are around 8.7 million species on Earth. Even if we consider only land-dwelling vertebrate species, that's still a staggering number. Moreover, gathering all these animals would have been a Herculean task. The issue is not just about the distance some animals would need to travel, but also about the specific dietary and habitat needs of each species. From koalas munching exclusively on eucalyptus leaves to the cold-blooded reptiles requiring specific temperature ranges, maintaining all these creatures on a single vessel would be an immense challenge. Then there's the question of a global flood. Is there any geological or archaeological evidence to support the occurrence of a worldwide deluge? Most scientists agree that there's insufficient evidence to support the idea of a flood engulfing the entire Earth. While localized floods have indeed shaped our planet's landscapes over millions of years, a global flood as described in the biblical account is not supported by current geological data. Lastly, we must consider the biodiversity rebound after the flood. If all land-dwelling animals were wiped out except those on the ark, the Earth's ecosystems would have to repopulate from a very limited gene pool. This would lead to what's known as a genetic bottleneck, which can have detrimental effects on species survival. From a scientific lens, the story of Noah's Ark presents numerous challenges. Yet, it's essential to remember that the Bible, like many ancient texts, is not just a historical record, but also a source of moral and spiritual lessons. While science poses questions, the story of Noah's Ark also carries deep moral interpretations. Beyond its literal interpretation, Noah's Ark holds profound moral and spiritual lessons. Many scholars and theologians view this ancient narrative as an allegory, a story imbued with symbolic meaning aiming to convey certain moral and spiritual teachings. Let's start with obedience. Noah, a righteous man in his generation, is chosen by God to perform a monumental task. He obeys without questioning the divine command, even when it seems illogical. His obedience underlines the importance of unwavering faith and trust in divine authority, a characteristic revered in many religious traditions. Then there's faith. Noah's faith in the divine plan is unwavering, despite the gargantuan task at hand and the mockery from his contemporaries. This unwavering faith in the face of adversity is a powerful lesson on the strength of belief and the courage it can instill. Next, we delve into the themes of divine judgment and mercy. The flood, while representing divine judgment for the wickedness of humanity, also embodies divine mercy. God provides Noah with the blueprint for the ark, a vessel of salvation. This narrative juxtaposition of judgment and mercy paints a picture of a deity who is just yet merciful, a theme common to many religions. Finally, the covenant. After the flood, God makes a covenant with Noah, promising never to destroy the earth with a flood again. This covenant, symbolized by the rainbow, emphasizes the sacred bond between the divine and humanity, a concept central to many religious teachings. Beyond the religious sphere, the story of Noah's Ark has permeated cultural teachings, literature, and art, underscoring its widespread influence and enduring appeal. Its themes of obedience, faith, judgment, mercy, and covenant have served as a moral compass guiding countless generations. These timeless lessons still resonate with us today, making the story of Noah's Ark relevant in contemporary times. The themes of Noah's Ark continue to echo in our world today. The story's emphasis on environmental stewardship resonates more than ever as we face the challenges of climate change and biodiversity loss. Just as Noah was tasked with preserving all creatures, we too bear a responsibility in safeguarding our planet's precious ecosystems. The tale also underscores the ethical treatment of animals, a topic that remains relevant in discussions about wildlife conservation and animal rights. It reminds us that every creature, regardless of its size or species, has a role in the grand scheme of life. Moreover, the narrative of Noah's Ark highlights the importance of faith and resilience in the face of adversity. Despite the monumental task and the imminent catastrophe, Noah's unwavering faith carried him through. In our own ways, we too navigate through storms and uncertainties, holding on to our beliefs and the hope for a brighter horizon. These themes, deeply rooted in the tale of Noah's Ark, continue to inspire and guide us. Noah's Ark, a tale of survival, faith, and a new beginning. We've dived into the depths of this ancient narrative, surfacing with a variety of perspectives. We've navigated the biblical account, examined the scientific feasibility, and explored the moral and allegorical interpretations. We've even connected the themes of Noah's Ark to contemporary issues, reminding us that ancient texts often hold timeless truths. We urge you to balance the scientific and moral viewpoints when interpreting such narratives. Bear in mind that science seeks truth in the natural world, whereas stories Noah's Ark provide moral lessons that resonate profoundly within human culture and consciousness. So, what are your thoughts on Noah's Ark? Is it a historical account, a moral fable, or a combination of both? Before we close, don't forget to subscribe, like, and ring the bell for more thought-provoking content. Your support helps us keep exploring, questioning, and learning together. Share your perspective in the Until Next Time. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep learning. In the biblical narrative of Noah's Ark, there exists an intriguing concept that we've yet to explore: captivity. Every creature in the ark, from the smallest insect to the largest elephant, from Noah and his family to the birds in the rafters, they were all captives in a sense. They were confined within the ark's wooden walls, riding out the deluge together. This confinement was not a punishment, but a means of survival. It was a shared experience that transcended the boundaries of species, a testimony to the interdependence of life. imagine the implications for the animals in Noah's family. The ark was not just a vessel, but a microcosm of Earth's biodiversity. It was home, sanctuary, and prison all at once. The animals were not free to roam, yet they were safe from the flood's destructive power. Noah's family, while shouldering the responsibility of caring for these creatures, also found themselves in a kind of captivity, their fate intertwined with the animals they sheltered. This aspect of the story gives us much to ponder. It challenges us to reflect on the notions of freedom, survival, and coexistence. It reminds us that sometimes captivity can mean survival, and that freedom doesn't always equate to safety. It also underscores the importance of coexistence and the interconnectedness of all life forms. So, as we contemplate the concept of captivity in Noah's Ark, we are invited to reassess our own perceptions of freedom, responsibility, and interdependence. It's yet another layer of this timeless tale that continues to resonate with us, thousands of years after it was first told. Having considered the concept of captivity in the context of Noah's Ark, another intriguing aspect of the narrative presents itself. How did Noah and his family manage to care for such a diverse array of animals? From the tiniest insects to giant elephants, from the smallest birds to the largest predators, each creature had its unique dietary needs and living conditions. The logistical challenges involved in such a task seem utterly overwhelming. Imagine the daily routine on the ark. Noah and his family would have had to ensure that each animal was fed, their specific dietary needs met. They would have needed vast quantities of food, carefully stored and distributed. Fresh water would have to be constantly available. And what about the waste? The ark would have needed an efficient system for waste management to keep the environment clean and safe for all its inhabitants. Furthermore, how did Noah prevent the animals from preying on each other? The ark was a microcosm of Earth's biodiversity, and in the wild, many of these animals would naturally be predator and prey. Did they all coexist peacefully during their time on the ark, or were there measures in place to prevent conflict? The answers to these questions are left to our imagination, but contemplating them adds another layer of complexity and fascination to the tale of Noah's Ark. It underscores the immense responsibility that Noah and his family undertook and heightens our appreciation of the story's themes of survival, coexistence, and interdependence. As we continue to explore this ancient narrative, we find that its resonance in our contemporary world is undiminished.